Yo guys, Codelife here. So in today's video, I wanted to do a quick test on two different settings in the in-game config file to see if they actually change anything in Fortnite. The settings that I'm talking about here, guys, are the ShowGrass setting and the FoliageQuality setting. Most of you would have probably heard of these before, and you might have even changed them for yourselves. I know that I myself have. I've set ShowGrass to false, and I've also set FoliageQuality to the lowest value, number 0. But when I did make these changes to my config file, for some reason I never took the time to actually test them out in game to see if changing these made any differences in Fortnite. I know that when I did first change these, my game did feel a lot smoother in terms of FPS, and it also did feel like the grass has been degraded in quality, but again, that was just me feeling that way. I never took the time out to actually investigate and see if, number 1, there was indeed a difference in FPS, and 2, to see if there was indeed a visual difference as well. Like, I've always wondered if disabling the grass does in fact disable it, or if lowering the quality of the foliage does actually lower the quality. As if both of these are true, that could give a massive advantage. And that's what I wanted to find out today, guys, as I know I myself have recommended that all of you change these settings in the past, and many other YouTubers have, as it's a very common process shown in most FPS guides. But now today, we will find out if changing these settings actually does anything, and we'll all see if it is worth it or not. To start the test off, guys, we'll firstly do the FoliageQuality setting, and then we'll test out the ShowGrass setting. As well, guys, one thing to note about this test is all of my Fortnite settings are set to low and everything else is default, so the only thing that I'll be changing are these config settings. To start off, we'll begin with testing the sg.FoliageQuality setting. This is what it looks like on the default value, number 3. And this is what it looks like on the modified value, number 0. In theory, this should lower the quality of the foliage by a significant amount, making it pretty much less detailed to the point where it's non-existent. But as you guys seen right there, unfortunately there was no major difference at all. I was hoping to see some change in the look of the grass, like possibly a more pixelated version. As you seen though, there was no difference whatsoever. Same with the frame rate as well, that didn't really change either. Again, I was hoping for at the very least a 10 to 20 FPS increase, but no, my frame rates did stay pretty much the same. So for the FoliageQuality setting, I can officially confirm that by modifying the value of this, guys, it does nothing. That might surprise a few of you, as you're probably thinking, well, why is it in the config if it does nothing? And that is a good question, as that's what I've been wondering myself. But when I think about it a little bit more, I believe it has to do with Fortnite's other game, Save the World. I think these two do share the same config in a way. So for that setting, FoliageQuality, I think if you did change that and open up Save the World, you will see that difference in the foliage's quality in that game. But for the Battle Royale game that we're all playing, there is sadly no change whatsoever. But yeah, that's one out of the two settings tested. Let's now move on to the other setting and test out ShowGrass. So for the B ShowGrass setting, this is what it looks like on the default value, true, aka turned on. And this is what it looks like with the modified value, false, aka turned off. In theory, this should disable the grass completely, making everything look flat and smooth. And as you guys see right there, again, unfortunately there was no major difference. It was pretty much the exact same result we seen with the foliage setting before. I was hoping to see the grass be completely removed like it used to be in Season 3, where it looks super smooth and you could spot enemies really easily. But now, when you do go ahead and modify that setting in the config, it looks like Fortnite have made it so it no longer removes the grass like it previously did. I'm assuming it's the same exact thing with the foliage, where this setting only works in Save the World and not in Fortnite Battle Royale. But yeah, that's 2 out of the 2 settings tested right there, guys. From the comparisons, as you've seen, it did turn out that by modifying these settings in the config, it literally does nothing, both in-game visually and FPS wise. I wish it did, to be honest, but sadly it doesn't. It is still alright though, as now we all know that by modifying these settings, it actually does nothing. And yeah, that's all from me today, guys. I'm really hoping that you all did learn something new today. If you did, feel free to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and use Codelife in the Fortnite item shop when you do purchase any skins, #ad. By doing any of those 3, guys, you'll be helping me out a ton, and it honestly really would be appreciated. Thank you all so much for watching, hope you all have a great day, peace.